did also start another Olivia Dade audiobook. Oh. Only have 2 more days left to do all of this. Hello, loves, and welcome to another vlog, reading vlog, weekly vlog, packing vlog, because we have a lot of packing to do, and this is the last week for me to pack my house before I move everything out this Saturday. So lots of packing, lots of audiobooks. I've kind of given up on the rest of my current TBR, and I'm going to be leaning into romance audiobooks for this. I am currently listening to All the Feels by Olivia Dade, which I'm really enjoying. So this is going to be a romance reading vlog for those romance lovers out there, because frankly, I know I enjoy 95% of the romance that I read, like regardless of how cheesy or whatever they might be. It's a good time. I get into it, no questions, no worries, and I don't want to be struggling with the books that I'm reading this week because I have too much on my plate, like issue after issue after issue. So we're gonna keep it simple and easy and just stick with the audio book romances, and hopefully we're gonna have a good time. Good time. Now back to everybody else, since I just did a little besties update. We're basically just going to get back into packing and listening to All the Feels by Olivia Dade, which I started this morning while starting my packing. It's already 10:50 a.m. And I'm actually really enjoying this so far. We've got a chubby protagonist, main character, who is basically tasked with babysitting or nannying a film star who had gotten into some sort of trouble, and you know, they don't want him to do that and mess up PR, yada yada yada. So she needs for the next many months to babysit him, and there's obviously some dynamic that happens with that. I so far really appreciate that our main character is unconventionally attractive. Like, she's not the normal media attractive. She has an asymmetrical face. She has realistic regular features. She is obviously a plus size larger girl. And it's interesting hearing the main dude character talk about her features and kind of point out that, you know, they're not all the best, but also in sort of a loving way. I will say to some degree, it is a little annoying that he's kind of all like, oh yes, her bland whatever. And it's like, excuse you, sir? Like, she's not bland. But I kind of get what the point is. Us regular people can deserve love, but he's like a hot heartthrob. It's a romance. I'm enjoying it. I like it so far. So I will give you an update when I'm further along.
Zach answered. Unfortunately, could not see the eye roll he received in response.
Good morning. Okay, so today is Tuesday, June 21st, and I am going to go into the office, and on my way home, I'll probably come home a little bit early, but on my way home, I'm gonna have to pick up more boxes because I am out of the small size boxes. Hopefully they're there at Home Depot, because when I went to go get my last batch, I got the last of it. So fingers crossed that's not gonna happen, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Like, if that's the case. So let's just hope that they have the small boxes. Last night I ended up getting packing paper. So this morning I started packing some of my mugs and stuff like that and putting them in boxes, and more of my glass stuff I'm probably gonna start packing, like the planters that I have and just all of the glass things that I've been putting off to the side and ignoring because I didn't know how to pack them. I have packed some stuff utilizing like washcloths and towels and stuff like that. So there are, like, all of my china has been packed with that, like that. So I do still have a lot of other stuff that I have to do though, and it's already Tuesday. Tomorrow I'm gonna be working from home. I'm gonna be doing my last batch of laundry, and then I'm gonna be packing as much as possible. Thursday I'm gonna go back into the office. Friday I'm gonna work from home and try and pack and end the day a little bit early so I can finish stuff up. I'm nervous because there's just still so much left to do. And I hate that. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I did continue listening to All the Feels by Olivia. Why did I say it like that? I did continue listening to All the Feels by Olivia Dade last night, and I got really far, but unfortunately my mom called me and just derailed my night. So I did not finish it. I was too distracted. We were on our call for like ages. So I'm gonna try and finish that up tonight, and then find something else, find another romance to like dive into. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. Okay, I am at Home Depot, and for some reason there are two parked police officers who are parked like absolutely dickwads, because basically what they've done is at the entrance to the entire parking lot, they just parked like this. So one's in one lane, the other's in the other lane. Neither of them are in their car, and they're just blocking it. So there's all of these people trying to get into the parking lot that can't. And I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get out. And I don't understand. Like, there's plenty of place for them to go. Like, why would they just be like, hey, this is the perfect spot? Okay, I am almost home, and I am not looking forward to getting into my apartment, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a sauna, because there is a heat wave currently, and we don't have like AC or anything. Like, if I didn't still have a bunch of packing to do, part of me's all like, I should have just stayed at work because there's air conditioning there. Not looking forward to sweating it out for the rest of the night. I have to pack my carport, and I don't wanna. No. Good morning. So today is Wednesday, June whatever. I don't know. But it is currently like 7 something. I have been packing for the last couple of hours. So moving along. I did finish All the Feels yesterday, and I liked it, but there were several things that I wasn't a huge fan of. Like, it's definitely not my favorite Olivia Dade. I've read something else from her that I liked. I do like that she does basically fat representation. I think that is needed. I appreciate it. I also appreciated that this book was painting a woman with odd features as beautiful, because you don't have to fit, you know, social norms to be beautiful. And I appreciated that, even though in some cases it kind of felt like I wasn't a fan of how she was described, even though, you know, it was supposed to be kind of saying, you know, like, hey, she's still beautiful despite these things. You know, it was pointing out that the world thought she was ugly, which I don't know, was a little annoying, I guess. It's unfortunately true, but like I guess I didn't want to focus on that, even though it was supposed to be empowering. So I had some issues with it. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it, which is the benefit of romances. I then started playing Stardew Valley because I was just like too hot and too tired and too unmotivated to be productive last night. So I played that for a little bit, which was nice. And then I started, I was like, oh, I shouldn't do that. I'll you know, play games on my phone and listen to an audiobook. And I ended up kind of sleep listening to The Marriage Clock by Zara Rahim. And I don't know how I feel about this book. It's a little bit unfair because I was sleep listening to it, where basically I was just in and out of sleep listening to the book. And it's funny because typically when that happens, I'm just falling asleep and I turn it off. But in this case, I was mostly awake because it was still, like, it was like napping more than full on sleeping. So I, for a good chunk of it, was following along to everything that was happening, probably missing a couple things here and there, but it didn't actually deter from what was happening. But I wasn't enjoying it. I realized that I enjoy dual perspective romances where you get the side of both people, and in this case it's a woman who is dating a bunch because she has like 3 months to find the person she's going to marry before letting her parents choose her husband to be. It's just her dating people. It's not really a full-on romance. It's not like there's, you know, I meet this guy, and this whole entire book it's me trying to hook up with this guy. It's more just all like, here are a ton of options, here's my thoughts, here's my thinking, here's my whatever. I did get to a point where she ended up going on a second date with somebody, and like the descriptions for a second date were a little bit intense. And I mean, like, I get it, like when even in reality, if you really like somebody, you might be like, oh my god, I really like this so-and-so and it's so sweet, and you like notice stupid things and you're a little bit intense, even if you're not really built, like you haven't really built a relationship and you don't really like them like that, you know? But I wasn't a big fan of that. I guess I'm just like not enjoying the structure of it. Like, it doesn't feel like a romance. It feels like a literary fiction that happens to be about dating and marriage. Like, that's what it feels like. So I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed Olivia Dade's All the Feels, but I don't know. Part of me, actually, if I'm being honest with you, wants to go on to something else. So I might DNF that one and go to something else. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just not what I'm in the mood for. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this week is all about indulgence when it comes to the books that I'm reading. I'm just going to be listening to audiobooks. They're mostly going to be romances. I just want to feel good, be entertained while I am trying to pack the rest of my life away, which is stressful AF. I need the least stress. I need the least friction. I don't need anything stopping me from reading the book because I'm not into it. This one's gonna go on hold for now. I'm more than halfway through it, it seems. I don't care. I don't care if I'm close to finishing it or not. Like, it's a no for me, unfortunately. The nightmare that is my room currently. Oh my goodness. Hello. Okay, so it is still Wednesday. I'm in my more comfy t-shirt. It has cooled down a bit, so it's not crazy sweaty hot here like it was earlier and yesterday. Yesterday was so bad. It was a struggle. I have been listening to Teach Me by Olivia Dade, and I'm enjoying this. I feel like I'm enjoying this more than All the Feels I'm noticing that there is some level of insta-love that tends to happen. It's not super extreme. I'm a slow burn type of person, and although it's not like, oh, I love you, or, you know, like, oh, you know, like, this is my soulmate. Like, it's not that bad or anything. She does tend to have some slightly intense moments that sometimes feel a little bit too soon, in my opinion. But I am a slow burn type of person, so, like, take that with a grain of salt. I am enjoying it. I like the male lead character possibly more than I did the last one. The last one was kind of just like, all the feels. The male lead is a actor who is conventionally attractive, who's got kind of that bad boy personality or that bad boy persona, but he's like a really, really good guy, and he's all like, I'm gonna take care of people, blah, 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 blah. And this guy, on the other hand, is a little bit more, I don't know if mundane is the way to say it, because he is also attractive, because obviously everyone's attractive. He's supposed to be a little bit more on the mundane side, a little bit more like to himself, a little bit more, I guess feminine would be a way to say it. Not that he is actually feminine, but that's kind of part of his story, is that, you know, not fitting a mold sort of thing. And I don't know, I like him. I like his sweet and caring and, you know, like thoughtful, not the like macho man like demeanor. I also like that he's like totally hot for this, you know, tall, strong woman. I don't know. I like the dynamic. I, again, am not loving it. I find issues with most romances, but I am definitely into it, definitely enjoying it. So I have done a ton of packing stuff. I did a bunch in the morning, I did a little bit at lunch, and then I did a little bit after work. It is now pretty late and I am really tired, so I'm probably just gonna take a break for the rest of the night. Like, I just don't really have the motivation to finish stuff up, but hopefully tomorrow morning I'll wake up early again and I can do some more work before I go into the office, because it's going to be my last day in the office before the move. I cannot believe that I literally only have 2 more days left to pack, and I'm working both days, so I only have 2 partial days left to pack, and there's still a lot left to do. Even after we get to Minnesota, moving isn't going to be done for us, because I am going to try and look for a house. We're moving somewhere that's supposed to be temporary. I am so tired right now. I am trying to give you an update and I'm like ready to fall asleep. I'm out of it. I am so out of it. I've been trying to do so much today. Like, between work and meetings and trying to just like figure things out and stay on top of things, and then also squeezing in moving stuff between my full like days of work. Like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And I only have 2 days left. It's funny, originally I was coming on here to be like, hey, I still have a lot to do, but I have 2 more days, so I'm gonna like relax a little bit, but that's not true. Like, I'm stressed going over all of the stuff that I have to do. I will give you an update again either later or tomorrow. Okay, I feel like the universe is against me giving you an update for some reason. I don't know why this is happening. But it is currently Thursday. I have packed a lot. I'm ready to pack some more. You can see things are emptying out. I basically only have 2 more days left to do all of this. Kiwi's being annoying. My battery died. Like, the universe does not want me to tell you what's going on. Especially, I've got book updates. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks while packing. So I ended up finishing Teach Me by Olivia Dade. I enjoyed it. I really like her as a writer in general. I like the characters. I like the general stories and just the interactions with the characters. But there's always something in like all of the books that I'm kind of all like, not my favorite, you know? Like I don't love all of the books that I read from her, but I tend to like her writing. Now I just started, because of that, I'm kind of like binging a lot of the books. So I started 40 Love, and so far it's my least favorite, to the point where I almost was like, maybe I should just DNF this book because it's got tropes that I'm not really interested in. Some of the interactions or the issues between the characters are just like really annoying to me. It is an age gap romance, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I also don't hate. One of my favorite books is an age gap romance. I think it's called Anyone But You by like Jennifer Cruzy or something like that. Not sure. I'll have the book here if I can remember. So like, I don't hate the trope. I'm just not a big fan because personally, I'm not really interested in dating someone super younger than me. And then the real thing that I dislike more than that is the fact that they have these like insta feels, intense feelings, even though these people have only known each other for like a couple of days. And that, I hate it. I hate it so much. I like the characters, I like the general story, I just hate the timeline. And I hate that they're having these issues as if, you know, it's kind of all like, oh yes, I know you are a, no you don't. You don't know this person. You don't know this person at all. You can't sit up there and be like, oh yes, they should be like this, or they should know this, or they don't open up themselves or whatever. They don't know you. You are not entitled to any information from them, like at all. Like you've known each other 4 days. Like what is wrong with you? So not enjoying that, but I am still enjoying the writing, still kind of enjoying the characters, enjoying moments enough for me to continue, because I actually thought about DNFing it. The next couple of months, who knows, is all about me indulging, enjoying the books, and not trying to push through, which I do like doing most of the time, is like pushing through to see how I feel about a book, because there are a lot of books that I didn't think I would like that I end up loving at the end. So I'm not opposed to that, but because life and stress and moving and packing, I just want the least amount of friction right now as possible, so I'm not pushing through books. And this is an exception, right? Because I'm enjoying it still, despite part of me being all like, maybe I should go to another one. So that's where I'm at right now. So I have about an hour and a half still before I go into the office. So I'm gonna continue listening to the audiobooks and packing stuff up. Hello loves, popping in to remind you to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you're enjoying the video and you want to see more content like this and get more of my craziness, because who doesn't just love that? Also, you can become a bestie to support the channel and or get access to fun exclusive content, which I am really excited about. So thank you so much, and let's get back to the video. Hello. Okay, so it is Friday. Behind me obviously looks very different than normal because I have packed a lot. There's still a good chunk to do. It is lunchtime, so I have been packing here and there. But I'm basically just trying to pack between meetings and checking in and making sure everybody's doing okay. I'm blocked on some stuff, so perfect time to pack. I did laundry. I am waiting for everything to dry so that I have as much clean clothes as possible for the next couple of weeks, because I won't really have access to my washer and dryer. And then we should be across the street from a laundromat when we're at my uncle's, so it shouldn't be too bad. It's gonna be a little while before I get there because it's what, the 24th, and I'm not supposed to get there until the 1st or the 2nd. So I want to have as much clean clothes as possible for the next week, basically. I listened to a ton of romance audiobooks yesterday. I finished 40 Love by Olivia Dade. Did not really like it. Like, it was fine. I finished it. I think it's like a 2-star for me. I didn't hate it, but there were a lot of things that kind of bothered me, but I still enjoyed it, even though I didn't really like a lot of what it was doing. So it almost feels like 2 stars not fair, but I actually don't, like, I actively don't like several things that the book did. So even though I enjoyed it generally, it just doesn't feel like a 3-star, because a 3-star for me is like books that I'm all like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, I didn't have any issues with it, but I didn't love it. But this is, I enjoyed it, but I had issues with it. I don't know what to do there. I did also start another Olivia Dade audiobook, but it's like a collection of short stories based off of the characters, because it's interesting seeing characters re-pop up from different like worlds or whatever, or not worlds, but different stories. That's fun. But yeah, there's still so much to do. I have gotten a lot done at this point, so I am feeling a lot better about where I'm currently standing. Like, I put away all of my desk stuff. I do have like electronics that are just like out and about. I have a couple of boxes here that I want to like re-go through, because I'm like terrified that I'm going to pack up all of my like cables and whatnot and then end up in a situation where I need my cables. So I am trying to set up boxes that are easy for me to access, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have like an electronic box that has a bunch of cables. So since I had already started packing up a box that was not going to be easy access, I'm gonna kind of go through that, grab out the parts that I want easy access, keep the things that I don't want easy access, and then finish up those boxes, because I just have a bunch of boxes, as you can see here, that aren't finished. Like, they have open spots that I need to fill, which is very stressful for me as somebody who likes to utilize space as well as possible. There have been a couple of boxes that I've had to just be like, nope, I need to move on. I need to close up this box and move on, even though it had like a weird little space that I couldn't find something to fit there. I also started bringing stuff down to my car, because there's going to be some stuff that I want to have access to immediately, because everything that's going into the pod I will not have access to until the middle of next month. I don't think I've been showing a lot to you guys, just because frankly I'm just focused on getting shit done. I apologize. I am so sorry. I might try and get some footage tomorrow of me, of my family while they're here, you know, and we're doing stuff, so that you can like see some of the process, some of the craziness going on. Okay, I am so tired. Like, so tired. My feet hurt so bad. Yeah, I am not excited at all right now. There's still stuff to do. I've gotten so much done to the point where I'm all like, oh yeah, as long as my feet aren't like as bad as they are right now, I should be able to finish everything up pretty easily tomorrow before they get here. And I'm going to continue doing stuff tonight as well. And I'm trying to basically figure out what needs to go into what kind of boxes. So I'm kind of just like laying out the remaining stuff. I've done a lot, but there's still so much left. Hello, update time. Okay, so I still have stuff to do. It is obviously, I guess it's not obvious, but it is 8:04 right now, and I just got off the phone with Xfinity because I was trying to update the day that my stuff cancels, because my roommate was originally supposed to be gone, so I had canceled everything for tomorrow because I was supposed to be moved out of the place by tomorrow, but because she's staying and I'm going to come back on Tuesday, I figured I can leave a couple of things for her and just deal with that later. So I went online and was all like, hey, can you guys do this thing? And the person was like, yes, we can. And I was like, okay, let's do that. And she goes, okay, I'll help you. And then they're just gonna be like, I can't do that. Anyway, then they transfer me over to the people who are supposed to be able to do it. And then they're all like, hey, usually this is handled by somebody else. I need to get back to packing. Like, this is taking too much time, because originally she made it seem like it was going to be really quick. And so I went and told my roommate already that like she'd be able to have the internet until Tuesday, because she was like worried. And I'm all like, this guy on the chat first goes, I can't do it. Then he proceeds to do it. Then he apparently does it wrong. And then he gives me completely different, incorrect information. And I'm just all like, well, I'm glad I checked. Anyway, so I got it all sorted out. I'm gonna wait for the confirmation and hopefully everything is tip-top a-okay. I still can't believe 2 people were just okay, I need to get back to work. Okay, so I'm a hot mess. We're here. That's my dad's butt. We're packing the pod, and it's basically playing a game of let's see how we can fit things and hope stuff doesn't break. So, fun times. I am so sweaty and gross. I cannot wait until we're done and I can take a shower and wash my face because I have like dirt, like grit on my face. It's disgusting. I noticed while I was driving here. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so it's move day. All of the boxes that were here are gone, but there's still a lot left to do. Thank God my family is here because I could not do this on my own. A wall of boxes. Hello. Okay, so I am at the apartment and I'm trying to get an estimate. Oh my God, my legs hurt so much. About how much it'll cost for someone to come and pick all of this stuff up. And I'm going to basically try and remove all of the remaining stuff out of the apartment and start cleaning a little bit. Unfortunately, my roommate's still here, so I can't fully clean because obviously she's still going to be using this space. But I can start like patching holes and doing that kind of stuff. Okay, this is it. This used to be where I spent all of my time. It's crazy seeing the place like this. I've done my first round of cleaning. There's a bunch of stuff that I haven't been able to do. I'm gonna do some more stuff tomorrow. But yeah, this is it. You can see my cleaning supplies. Some more stuff. But okay, so I'm actually going to get dinner with my stepdad and his wife. And this might be the last time that I'm in the city, like actually out and about in the city as a California resident. Because we leave in a couple of days and I very rarely actually get to the city, so crazy. So I'm just waiting to meet up with them and then we're gonna go to the restaurant, which I don't think I'm supposed to be able to go to because I am not dressed appropriately, but hopefully they won't give me a hard time because obviously I'm not gonna dress nice to clean my house. Okay, gotta go. All right, so that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, be sure to include this emoji down below and I will catch you in the next video. Until then,